The zmgoblue, back at it. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. I want to talk to you today about waking up, stacking wins, and repeating. When you wake up, you're on a mission. You try to win and stack wins throughout your day. When you are at work, you try to do the best job you possibly can. When you are at home, you try to be the best partner or father you can to your wife and your kids, or your girlfriend, whatever. Okay? When you are doing your side hustles, you do the best you can. You get your name out there. You wake up, you stack those wins, and you repeat them on a daily basis to the best of your ability. You might not always be at 100%, but you can always give your 100%. You might have a cold. You might be sore. You might be tired because you pulled a double shift at work. Doesn't matter. You're going to stack those wins. You're going to keep stacking them on top of each other, and that's where the shit's going to pay off. A lot of people don't like to deal with failure. We're human. That's normal. No human likes failure. Well, I have news for you. Failure at least means you are trying. If you do not ever fail, that means you're not even trying. If you don't ever fail, that means you're not trying. Okay? So with my business that I have, I'll spend time on the phone with people discussing it, talking to them, and sometimes the deal doesn't go through. Okay? That's not a failure. That is one step closer to a yes. How do I interact with those people that I come in contact with about my side hustle? Right? I interact very professionally, and I'm courteous to them, and I thank them for contacting me, even if we don't do business together. That's a win. Every act that you do can be a win. Okay? If you are at the gym, okay, and you're trying to do your new personal record for your bench press, maybe you didn't eat enough that day. Maybe you're tired because you didn't get enough sleep. Maybe you're sick. It doesn't matter. If you try to do your personal record on the bench press, you're not always going to hit your new personal best the first time you try something. It's going to happen. You're going to fail, but at least that means you are trying when you fail. If you're not trying, that means zero progress is even being made. If you want to start your business, you're going to run into failure. It is part of the process. I truthfully think some people are just terrified of looking stupid or failing at something and people laughing at them. Do you know the cost of not waking up and trying your best every day? The cost for myself was $20 left to my name. having substance issues, losing people that I love, having to restart with nothing. Nothing. I took that energy and I said, fuck it. We're going for it. Okay? I took the failures and I used the failure to then stack the wins as fuel to keep going. It is a very, very simple solution and very effective. The problem is there is a lot of work attached to the solution that not a lot of people want to hear. Wake up, stack wins, repeat daily. Failure can be used as a very good ally to you. What are you going to do if you never fail, man? Just sit around? Sit there? What happens when you fail is you learn. You learn what to do, you learn what not to do. Okay, next time I ran into this situation, next time I know not to do that. So then you then bypass that failure, so you just continue to keep going up. What is we all know what waking up is. Stacking wins. What is stacking wins? We've kind of discussed this before. But stacking wins is your body is getting on point, your mentality is getting on point, your mental level is functioning at a higher level than it ever has because you are a sponge and you are absorbing all the shit you need to absorb. Your friends and family and your kids look at you with loving eyes because they trust you. They trust you. They know that you can handle the situations. Your employer likes having you around. Your side hustle's taking off. You are doing the shit. That is what stacking wins is. You put money in the bank. You put down the alcohol. And the last part of this process is you repeat what we just talked about again and again and again, day after day after day. And when you do that, you win. You will fail along the way. You then use that failure to shoot you up like a spaceship. That's what it takes. That is what it takes. I get it. This isn't for everybody. But this is for people who are struggling, who don't know if they want to actually put in the effort to change their shit around in life. You need to start when you wake up stacking some wins. Winning is different for everybody. You can have your own set of wins. Maybe you don't want to smoke that cigarette. Maybe you choose not to eat the McDonald's that day. That's a win. Let's say you bring 2 apples with you from your home and you eat that for breakfast on your way into work instead of stopping and getting the damn chicken biscuit. Winning's different. But winning don't have no friends, man. Winning does not have friends. You have to go after it. No one any time on the face of this earth just rolls out of bed and winning just falls on them. Did Michael Jordan roll out of bed and 6 NBA titles just fell out of his ass? No, he worked for it. He woke up every day and stacked the wins. Did he fail along the way? Yes, he missed more shots than he made. That's a statistical fact. You can look it up. So even if the greatest basketball player of all time failed more than he succeeded, what makes it think it's going to be any different for you? And when you start failing, you might hear some shit talking going on from people. Who cares? Because they're still going to be back here and you're going to be going like this. And eventually they're going to look really stupid. That's what it takes, folks. Right, wrong, indifferent, whatever. I'm telling you, that's what it takes. Email's in the description.